Energy creates everything, folks. Energy creates your reality. It creates experiences, situations, circumstances, events, moments that become memories. Energy creates relationships. Energy creates your life, your world, your journey. It's energy that is the everything of everything. And it is that energy that travels through particular modes of transportation, like a bus, a car, a plane, a train, a bike, a boat, and so on. Construe your feelings as different and various modes of transportation, just like your thoughts, intentions, ponderances, contemplations, impulses, instincts, and so on. Your thoughts do not create anything. Your thoughts do not create your reality. Your thoughts do not create your life. Your thoughts are not contained inside your physical mind, because your physical mind is exactly that, a physical element, a physical object that belongs to the physical world. And when you pass, the physical body will be left behind. Whenever you have an out of body, let me say that word again, out of body, meaning leaving the body, departing, vacating, out of the body experience. You are not bringing the physical mind with you. This has to give you a gigantic heads up as to what is really going on in the universe. Because if you had an out-of-body experience, how in God's name could you be lucid, cognizant, and intelligent? How could you be sentient and aware if you left the mind behind inside the body? That would mean that you're mindlessly floating around in space. So this has got to give you a heads up as to what the universe is really all about, my friends. You've got to seriously start thinking for yourselves for the first time. You've been lied to from day one, and it's important that you awaken from that sleepless slumber if you are to realize your unlimited transformative potential energies. Now you have to understand, energy is everything. Energy always recognizes itself as the same frequency, whatever that frequency is, just like two tuning forks that are tuned to the same frequency. If you hit one, if you physically strike one tuning fork and the other one is side by side, the other will resonate. It will ring out, and it does not need to be physically struck. And that is the truth. If you don't believe me, go look on YouTube. That is exactly how energy works. That's why I say vibrational environment, vibrational equivalent, kindred match. In alignment with the frequency of, one will see the other. There's nothing to do with the law of attraction, vision boards, affirmations, decrees, mantras that have to be repeated incessantly. All you have to know is that you love yourself, you are these things, you have these things, and just don't let this holographic illusionary projector that you call this world fool you, deceive you, or trick you with the false evidence. Only when you assume the false identity will you believe the false evidence to be real and this holographic illusion to be a reality. That is the grand mirage, the great deception. Operating from that perspective, it's easy to bypass the limitations of the physical and the narratives that they spoon feed you as truth, which are actually misinformation, disinformation campaigns, and just plain old blatant prevarication to mislead you away from the greatest power in the universe, which is yourself. Energy is everything. Energy manipulated into form. Once that energy assumes a specific form, it becomes that form in the physical, because it is comprised of low, slow density, molecules, cells, and so on, because the physical has its limitations and it has its rules and laws in order to allow the five senses to detect these things. Because if not, what would be the purpose of being here if you didn't detect anything? If it was of a high vibrational nature that exceeded the limitations of your five physical senses. See, this is what happens when you spend too much time on TikTok. You burn your brain out. This is what they want. They want to dumb you down. This is the reason why it's easy to fool you, because you don't believe what you're told unless TikTok tells you, or the three-letter agencies, or any government. But the word govern means to control, and the word ment, M-E-N-T, means mind. I hope you can put the two together. Mind control. And this is no joke. Go look up the word govern, to control, and the word ment, M-E-N-T. It means mind. To control your mind. That's exactly what your government is doing. There's no such thing as governments. It's only the same clique. and they're very good at what they do. So you are not the body. Keep reminding yourself of that. You are cosmic. You are not this finite being that shops and uses your phone to buy things and to find your way to things with GPS and Google Maps and all that stuff. That stuff is nice to have. I'm not knocking it. But the reason they made these technological electronic devices so highly addictive is the reason that you're addicted to them. You can't put it down. It's been said that when somebody loses their phone, they have almost like a near-death experience. It's been said that by the time a child is 10 years old, they've already experienced something like 100,000 simulated murders through movies, television, cartoons, and video games. This desensitizes the child, which causes them to block out all forms of high vibrations in the form of divine transmissions. It all works hand in hand, folks. It all works in tandem with itself, if you haven't figured it out by now. You folks have to stop staring at your cell phone so much and start looking at nature. Start discovering things for yourself, exploring the world around you. Learn, garner wisdom. Experiences teach you wisdom. Go create some beautiful moments and memories, man. Go out into the outside, outdoors, the beautiful Mother Nature, Mother Earth, and put your phone down and stop staring at your phone 24/7, 365. It's rotting your brain. You are taking orders from something that is more intelligent than you. That's why they refer to it as a smartphone, because they don't see you as intelligent, because you watch TikTok all day long. And it is designed as mind control by the Chinese Communist Party. The CCP owns, operates, and controls TikTok. If you don't believe me, look it up. Anyway, energy is everything. Thoughts do not create reality. Thoughts do not create things. If you believe a thought can create something, then open your hand and in the middle of your palm, from absolute nothingness, manifest any particular type of seed you want. A lemon, apple, orange, anything. From absolute nothingness. Manifest it until it materializes as a solid physical object in the middle of your palm, if you believe that thoughts create things. They don't. It's nonsense. It's all spoon-fed nonsense. Energy is everything. And when you start to vibrate higher, you create high vibrational experiences that benefit you. Consider these nutritive elements to your soul. When you stay in a low vibrational environment like TikTok, YouTube, and the internet, you're going to always generate the same low vibrational, inconsequential, quantitative experiences with no qualitative value. Meaning they don't have any substance to them. It's only image. They look good, but there's nothing viable there. It's like somebody who's a really good-looking person, but they're just garbage on the inside. They're just empty, meaningless, shallow, narcissistic, materialistic, self-serving, self-absorbed, you know the kind. Those are the ones they call the heartbreakers, because they don't have anything to offer themselves, folks. So how could they offer you something they don't have to give to themselves? It's impossible. If you don't have love for yourself, how could you give it to another? If you have not healed yourself, how could you help heal another? You cannot. That means you're being disingenuous on many levels. So anyway, in parting, I'm going to say that you are not physical. Nothing about you is physical. The body itself is physical, but you are not the body. It's just a costume, a suit. That's all it is. It's like when you get in your car and you drive the car becomes an extension of your energy. You basically command it where to go. That's how you should see the body. The body is like a car. It's a vessel, a vehicle that allows you to travel in this vibrational environment of the physical, and it allows you to be connected to these experiences. That's the reason why you came here. That's what the job and the role of the physical mind is. It acts as like the nucleus, the central computer, if you will, that animates the body if its functions every day. Muscular, the neurological, cardiopulmonary, and so on. It keeps the suit living and breathing, and allows the soul to experience these things in the physical. You are not the body. This earth is not your home. You have to convince yourself of that. That is what will help break you out of that one-dimensional, linear, lateral mentality. And you have to eradicate your belief system. Get yourself to a point where you don't believe anything anymore. You just know that you are cosmic, because your belief system is the most horrendous, divisive mechanism ever contrived and ever implanted in your subconscious mind that has been controlling your perception and your interpretation of what reality is and isn't from the moment you were born. That's why they implanted it in you. Anyway, have a blessed day, and just remember that energy is everything. Thoughts do not become anything. Energy is placed in a thought, and that's when it becomes something. Without energy, a thought is nothing. It's just an empty shell. Peace, and have an amazing weekend. God bless.